7 situations where you should never remain silent. In the stillness of life, there are moments when our silence becomes a betrayal, not to others, but to ourselves. These moments demand our voice, our courage, and our unwavering commitment to the virtues that guide us. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy of self-mastery and resilience, calls us to act with reason and fortitude, even when silence feels safer. There are times when speaking is not only necessary, but essential to live with integrity. Let us explore 7 such moments where silence must be broken and a deeper strength must emerge. 1. When injustice flourishes. To stand silent in the face of injustice is to become its accomplice. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." We are all part of a greater whole, and when we witness harm inflicted upon others, be it through cruelty, oppression, or deceit, our duty is to speak. But speaking out is not about shouting with rage or acting out of vengeance. True Stoicism teaches us to respond with clarity and justice. As Seneca warned, anger is a brief madness. We cannot afford to lose ourselves to the chaos of emotions, but neither can we remain passive when the world tilts toward tyranny. Ask yourself, what am I willing to tolerate in this life? What am I willing to let define me? For the Stoic, silence in such moments is not neutrality. It is surrender. 2. When truth is threatened. There are moments when lies, clever, seductive and destructive, threaten to unravel the fabric of reason. In such times, silence is the death of wisdom. Epictetus taught, "Whoever is free from deception is free." To preserve our freedom, we must defend the truth, even when it is uncomfortable or dangerous. The truth is not merely a weapon to wield against others. It is a mirror we must first confront ourselves. Ask yourself, are you silent because you fear judgment, rejection, or doubt your own resolve? Speaking truthfully is an act of courage, not just for others, but for your own soul. Remember, we are not Stoics for comfort. We are Stoics for the struggle. Truth, no matter how difficult, is always worth the fight. 3. When your values are compromised, life will test you, not in grand battles, but in quiet, insidious ways. A compromise here, a small betrayal there. Soon you may find yourself adrift from the principles you once held sacred. Silence in these moments is the gateway to ruin. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This clarity must guide us, even when the price of speaking is high. To live without integrity is to live a divided life, a life of quiet despair. Speaking out for our values does not require anger or defiance. It requires calm conviction. It requires understanding that our principles are worth more than fleeting comfort or approval. 4. When fear holds you back. There is a silence born not from wisdom, but from fear. The fear of failure, rejection, or appearing foolish. This silence is a thief, robbing us of opportunities to grow, connect, and fulfill our potential. As Seneca warned, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Fear chains us, convincing us to remain quiet when our voice could shape the world around us. Ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen if I speak? What is the cost if I don't? Often the true danger lies not in failure, but in regret. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." To remain silent out of fear is to choose stagnation over growth, cowardice over courage. In these moments, we must rise above hesitation, remembering that our words, guided by reason and integrity, are far more powerful than the imagined consequences of speaking. 5. When those you love are lost in despair. There are moments when the people closest to us falter, consumed by despair, doubt, or destructive emotions. In these moments, silence becomes neglect. To turn away from their suffering is to abandon the duty we owe one another as rational, social beings. Epictetus taught, "We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids." Our strength lies not only in mastering ourselves, but in lifting others when they stumble. To remain silent while a loved one spirals into darkness is to let their suffering deepen, unchecked. But to speak is not to lecture or impose. A Stoic speaks with compassion, not pity, with clarity, not judgment. Words offered with calm wisdom, rooted in patience and love, can guide others back to their path. Sometimes this requires sharing difficult truths. At other times it means simply reminding them that they are not alone. 6. When you must defend your dignity. Sometimes silence may feel like peace, but in truth it becomes submission. When your dignity is challenged through disrespect, manipulation, or degradation, silence is not humility, it is self-abandonment. Epictetus reminded us, "You are a distinct portion of the essence of God. To honor your worth is to honor the reason and virtue within you. Defending your dignity is not pride or arrogance, but an affirmation of who you are." Marcus Aurelius advised, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Speak firmly but calmly, guided by self-respect, not malice." Remaining silent risks internalizing disrespect, which over time erodes your sense of self. By speaking, you protect your dignity and embody the unyielding strength of a Stoic. 7. When silence betrays your purpose. Life is fleeting and unpredictable. Remaining silent when your voice could serve the greater good is to betray not only yourself, but the world you are meant to impact. Marcus Aurelius urged, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have work to do,' as a human being." Each of us has a unique purpose, whether to inspire, create, lead, or simply be a steady presence in chaos. Epictetus reminds us, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." Words aligned with action bring purpose to life. Ask yourself, am I shrinking from my purpose? If so, speak, not for applause, but because the world needs what you have to offer. The cost of silence. Silence in the wrong moments can be as destructive as the fiercest storm. It erodes character, weakens resolve, and leaves us adrift. But breaking silence, when guided by wisdom and virtue, leads to liberation. This is not easy. No Stoic ever claimed it would be. Yet, as we cultivate self-control and courage, the pain of speaking is far less than the regret of silence. Let us commit to breaking silence when it matters most, to confronting injustice, defending truth, and upholding our values. For as Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly." The world needs our courage, our voices, and our resolve. When the moment comes, speak, not with rage, but with reason, not with fear, but with strength, not with despair, but with hope. In these moments we do not merely act as Stoics, we become them. The choice is ours. Will we rise or will we remain silent? Thank you for watching. If this inspired you to think deeply, act boldly, or live more intentionally, like, share, and subscribe to the Stoic Verse for more timeless insights. Remember, every word you speak and action you take shapes the life you lead. Until next time, stay strong, stay virtuous, and keep walking the way of Marcus.